am back. Guys, that was no flippin' joke. Let me tell you how, I went through, every single symptom. Oh my God. Being sick was ugh. Anyways, I'm back. Your girl did nothing for 2 weeks. Pajamas, you'd say? Hair not done? We're gonna talk about fashion today. I'm coming back to talk to you all about the fashion compared to North America and Europe. And this is totally a grocery store look, going to Walmart, which would be in comparison, I guess, to Jumbo here, mixed with a bit of that Pepco or Pepsol. Not sure how you guys pronounce that one. I think it's Pepco. But hold on while I get out of my jammies, because I am no longer in North America, nor was I a North American pajama shopper in the first place. So let's not do this video in my pajamas. Okay, that's a bit better. So let's just be a little off topic, because that's what I do. And if you're new here, I'm Nix in Serbia, and I sometimes ramble a bit and get off topic, but I promise you it'll make sense in the end, and you're still gonna feel like, wow, that was insightful. Anyways, first, I wanna tell you guys that Mickey went back to Canada for 2 weeks and left me alone in Serbia. But you people, you guys took care of me. And although I was sick, people that I've met here in Serbia, not my fellow Canadians who knew I was sick, but people who I met in Serbia called to check on me. People who I met in Serbia who didn't speak English, knowing Mickey was gone, messaged me using translator to make sure I was okay. I had to get gas by myself. Let me tell you, in Canada, I didn't even get gas by myself. Here I'm like, benzene puno? And the gas attendant looked at me and was like, regular? And I'm like, yes. He's like, no problem, in English. And I said, I'll use my broken Serbian and you can use your English. And I'm sure your English is gonna be better than my Serbian. Anyways, some of you have asked me, Nicole, Nix, have you lost weight? 57 pounds. Yes, I've lost 57 pounds since I came over to Serbia, since December 1st. But I'm not proud to say that when Mickey came back from Canada, I totally indulged in junk food that I probably didn't need. And I'm not gonna lie, this is empty. This is just about empty. And there was a whole nother bag of fuzzy peaches. Yeah. I did that. And I gained 3 pounds, guys. 3 pounds. I know. Processed Canadian food. It's not a good thing. Thank God I'm here. Anyways, I know you guys aren't going to believe me when I tell you that people actually dress the way I was prior to changing. Walmart people is a whole entire thing. Here's some pictures of what people look like in Walmart in the US, and some of these are from Canada too. Not proud, but I did not even realize how poorly women have been. I'm gonna get attacked on this from the Canadians, but how poorly women have begun to take care of themselves in regards to putting themselves together to go somewhere. And it wasn't on vacation that I realized that. It was definitely when we moved here. So the typical kind of look in Canada, and don't get me wrong, this is not all women in Canada, and especially I can't speak on Canada. This is not all women in the Toronto area, but for the most part, the workout look, the yoga look has become an everyday look. And while I will agree it is definitely more comfortable, we can do better. And coming to Serbia was eye-opening for me when we moved here because I had only packed, remember, like when you're shifting your whole life and you're putting stuff on a container and you're bringing suitcases, you definitely need to pick and choose what you're bringing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring like all my yoga pants and my loose fitted shirts. And then when we get the box, like our stuff from the container, in 6 months to a year and we unpack it, everything's gonna feel brand new and exciting. Fast forward, before Mickey left for Canada, I was like, babe, we need to go get those boxes because I'm really feeling embarrassed putting myself together every day in Serbia in the clothes that I thought were okay in Canada. So he did. Pause. Off topic again. Shout out to the subscriber who's seen Mickey at the airport in Serbia, went up to him and was like, hey, I recognize you from somewhere. Much love and respect. Thank you for coming up to him and acknowledging that you knew it was him, because he can be a quiet, shy one and thinks like he's not a detrimental piece to this story or to my YouTube. So thank you for you. Anyways, keep going. So, okay, enough about me and let's talk about fashion. Like let's get into this. So women in Europe look more so like this. And women in Canada look more so like this. But not only that, the brands of things are so different. So in Toronto, Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Guess, these are not brands that the average person is going out and buying. These are brands that literally have turned into the I'm not wearing that. And I don't know how, but it just happened. I mean, there was that whole Tommy scandal and the comment he made. And then I think it kind of just fell off from there. Guess Calvin Klein, everyone wears their underwear in Canada and Toronto. We all like their sports bras and their underwear, but it's not like you're gonna go buy a Calvin Klein shirt. We don't even have a Tommy store, I don't think, left in the shopping malls in Toronto. We only have outlet malls of Tommy or Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, you'll find more of their underwear stores, but you're not finding clothing stores because those are all outlets, which means they're discounted. And I never actually thought about where are these stores that they're coming from that they're discounting? But now I'm starting to think were they shipping it from places like Europe where this is still popular? And I can't even speak for Europe, for Serbia, and then shipping it to places like, Toronto that it can now clear on discount. And I came here with some really nice purses and things that I have from over the years. I haven't seen anything Kate Spade here. And Kate Spade used to be a popular brand in Toronto. Now it's not as popular, but that has something to do with Coach, another brand we're gonna talk about. Coach buying out Kate Spade, and when Kate Spade passed, the brand somewhat changed. Duh. But funny story is, so I come with my nicer purses and I'm like, I don't want to wear these purses regularly. And I packed them because I was worried about them going into boxes and kind of sitting for a year. So I'm like, I'm going to go buy like a super cheap purse from Tommy Hilfiger. Did you hear those crickets? Because what super cheap person, Tommy Hilfiger, doesn't exist, guys. It doesn't exist here. So I walk in, I'm with the kids and Mickey, and I'm like, oh my God, I really like this purse. And I pick it up. I look at the tag and I'm like, carefully put that back. We gotta go. And so Mickey's like, how much is the purse? It's 250 euros. He's like, excuse me? It's 250 euros. He's like, for a Tommy Hill. I'm like, shh. Then I realize, I look around. Tommy's still a thing here. I meet with a fellow expat who was also Serbian native. She comes to our home and she said to me, Nix, did you realize that like Tommy's a brand here? She said, my kids are wearing Tommy because that was like outlet clothes in Toronto, and people are calling my kid the rich kid because he's wearing Tommy. And I'm like, so I noticed because I tried to buy a Tommy purse as a cheapie. The purse is still in Tommy. It is so weird to me how one brand can be strong here and dead there. Coach, I haven't seen a Coach store here. I don't even know if there's Coach in Europe or if that's more of a North American brand. Let me tell you, the lineups outside of Coach, the lineups outside of Kate Spade, like wrap around places. Like, we're not talking like a few people. I mean, you need to line up to go inside of this place, and not because of COVID, but because there's too many people in the damn store. You need to wait until someone comes out because they're over capacity. Calvin Klein, their clothes here are dope. Why did I not see those when I was over in Toronto? I did not see clothes that were Calvin Klein that I was like, oh man, that's nice. And I'm picking it up and I'm like, oh man, that's expensive. And I'm putting it back. Wow. Things are really different here. And I am happy to say we are transitioning into dressing like Europeans, including the kids, you know, socks and slides. Are not a thing here. Should have never been a thing anywhere. But I'll admittedly say that there are times that I put on slides wearing socks to run to the store. I did, because I was wearing socks. You just throw your feet in and it's super easy. I don't think as a female or as a woman here, I would be caught dead wearing slides with socks. I mean, if I ever did that, I think that even my kids at this point would be like, Mom, you cannot go out in Serbia like that. I'm loving that the women put themselves together here. Speaking on women, and if you're still watching, I am going to make a segmented video just for my ladies here. I have put together so much information for my ladies moving here, visiting long term, that is going to help you or give you insight of what to expect. Because visiting here, when I was here for the month, some of these things I did not notice. It took me to be here now, what's 4 months, I guess. Guys, almost 4.5 months. To fully realize the difference in some things here. Back to how I lost weight. I'm sure people are going to be asking that in the comments below. The food, guys. The food here is totally different. And while I'm still, enjoying my seasonings from back home, I'm not having Starbucks, Subway, McDonald's, Swiss Chalet, Red Lobster, all these things that I ate regularly in Canada. Arby's, these are not things that you can get them here. KFC, they're accessible to me, but I am a good cook. I enjoy cooking, and I don't enjoy them as much as I did, which is weird because when I first moved here, I was having a really hard time just adapting to some of these different flavors. And I remember one of my subscribers, I know I'm off topic, said to me, you just got to get used to things that are not processed, and then you'll begin to enjoy it. I am enjoying it. Anyways, I'm totally off topic. I wanted to tell the ladies, you have a video coming just for you. I wanted to tell you guys how I lost weight, and I wanted to cover the fashion here in Serbia. If you really liked my video and you want to see more from me, you can definitely like and subscribe. It's something I don't normally say because I always think that this is very common knowledge from all the videos that are on YouTube, but I think hearing it once in a while in case you haven't liked or subscribed would just be a quick reminder. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can definitely hit me up there, which is the Nix in the Mix. And if you were on there, you would know, you would have gotten like a couple of updates while I was kind of saying like what was going on and like when I was planning on trying to return. And I put some pictures and things there that I wouldn't necessarily share in a video, or I answer some messages through there. Not some, all the messages that come through, I answer there and have discussions with people. So if you are not, again, following me on Instagram, you can definitely hit me up there. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I love talking to you. I am learning Serbian, and I will be sharing some of my Serbian soon. Take care. Ciao.